BFBS Forces News join KFOR patrols in the north of Kosovo.
We're here to create a safe and secure environment for the people in Kosovo and the people of Kosovo.
Our job, fly and fight from the home base, and we've got to be able to do that in whatever conditions.
This training is mutually beneficial to both sides. For the riflemen themselves, it's about getting that valuable training in the desert.
At the heart of Lympstone Parade Square, the King's Squad, and there could be no more special guest of honour than His Majesty the King.
And whilst I'm not moving the controls at all, I can certainly learn from what I'm seeing as to how a manoeuvre should be flown.
This year, 337 recruits have completed training. That's a first-time pass rate of 99.7%, which is incredibly high.
So we have a philosophy on the ship called the Way of the Warrior Sailor. It argues that in order to create morale, you must love and value everybody.
This beam here came from HMS Indefatigable. The beams from the Armada were eventually integrated into the pub.
At BFBS Creative, we are creative storytellers. We are specialists in unravelling the untold, even from the most difficult locations. We help you reach the audiences you need to reach. From documentary interviews to addressing communication hurdles and crafting your content strategy, we can do it all. We thrive in the toughest environments, ensuring your stories are told brilliantly.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the RAF Storm Shadows channel. I am once again joined by the immeasurably enthusiastic Roman in the commentary box this evening, Roman. And as you can see on your screens there, it is the RAF Storm Shadows taking on the Army Esports side. A fascinating insight into what we might come to expect in the inter-services. But for tonight, it's the Armed Forces Dungeon League. Let's get this show started.
Carries this forward, gets 50 with Fraz. Ed, get into that one. Envy tucks it away. And as I say, they need an opening goal. They have managed to get one here, 1-0.
Frazic, though, does some nice defensive work. But P finds Cedric. Cedric finds Envy. Beautiful stuff from the RAF Storm Shadows. 2-0.
For the minute and a half left to go. Envy goes for a pass to P. P with a shot. P with a goal. Tucked away in the top left corner. 2-1 to the RAF Storm Shadows. And they are shining through here. After the Army, they've struggled to rotate. They struggled to get into position after kickoff. And P managing to give the RAF Storm Shadows that advantage.
Didn't have a lot to work with, didn't have a lot of the goal to aim at, but he put it in the one place that it was going to go to, and Cedric makes it 3! And the floodgates are beginning to open here for the RAF Storm Shadows. A great 30-second burst, and now they've just got to hold it, or even go for more.
Air power wins the matches in Rocket League, and you can't tell me otherwise as Ed will tuck that one away, and the Storm Shadows have the advantage here with 3 minutes left to go. Nothing about air superiority there. P just managing to get a pass across. A very strong 50 indeed, and Ed had an entire net to tuck it away. 1-0 to the Storm Shadows, and the Army, they've been crumbling since game 3. To control this one and take it downfield, intercepted immediately by Ed, and this pressure from the Storm Shadows has been relentless, and Envy, the man from Cosford, will tip this away to make it 2-0, and almost an improbable comeback for the Army to try and pull off with 90 seconds left to go. The way they've been playing, the RAF Storm Shadows, they're currently unstoppable.
The RAF Storm Shadows, an incredible goal. They've done it again, and it's 2-0 now, and it's 3-0 now. The lead looking unassailable.
away. Gives Ed some time here on the sidewall. Gets it up. P is on the backboard lurking. Is Ed going to get this one away? No, but Envy's going to be there. Envy's going to tuck it away. It's 4-1 to the RAF Storm Shadows. Rose-tinted glasses are on, and I don't care. It is game over. The RAF have trampled the army. 4-1. Could be 5-1. I don't care what the scoreline is. It's going to be game over with 1:06 left to go. You're going to have me in the commentary box. I'm going to be hyping the boys the entire time, not just the Storm Shadows, the Sentinels and the Shadows as well. As this game comes to a close with almost P tucking away a very nice shot there, just drops at the death. Storm Shadows 3, the Army Sparrows 1, and well, the Storm Shadows did it in fashion late on.
Hi, I'm AS1T Stelios Elia. In-game, I'm known as SE1997.
Corporal Elliot Greenwood, and in-game I'm known as G-Wood.
My name is AS1 Tech Edward Nussyweight, otherwise known as Cedric in-game.
It's already looking like they've upped the bar from last year, which is a really tough job to even do that. We are looking forward, not just myself, but as a team, to going out on that stage and representing Royal Air Force as best as we can.
Playing up on a stage like this is the first time. We had a thing called Rank A, where it was all the top players played against each other, and then we picked our teams. I've finally made it into the first team after a lot of hard work.
Both my teammates are really talented. We gel super well. Really looking forward to playing with them on stage and seeing what we can do.
From my end, the leadership were outstanding, no issues at all.
Not just from my own personal line management, but also the Royal Air Force Esports Association backed us very well, I should say, and made sure we had all the support we needed to get here, and they're always a phone call away if we do need them for anything.
Really excited to play Coast Guard. It'll be closer than everyone thinks after playing them. We think we stand a bit of a fighting chance.
The second Air Force team, emphasis on second now. We're a solid team, 3 really good players who could do some damage for sure.
Although we are in different forces across NATO, we are colleagues, so it's nice to meet them in person and just have a laugh and play against them and hopefully beat them as well.
You ready? AFG, you're washed.
Coast Guard, you ain't as good as you think you are. We're coming for you.
Space Force, stick to mini golf.
We're going to win it.
No, we're not.
We're going to win it. We're going all the way.
I thought it was good until I saw them play. The Americans will never hear the end of it if we end up winning somehow.
Look, I'll shake on it. You know me, I don't drink. I will drink heavily if we win.
That the pressure put down. Stelios with no boost thrown into corner will be wildly out of position. G-Wood needs to put the don't go towards net on this one. Instead, Cedric go for the double touch. It's a beautiful finisher. 19 seconds into OT, and the RAF already going to match point.
That's right, boys. Once again, I'm joined alongside none other than Stelios. Stelios, at the very start of that match, you pointed out the fact that the strategy was aggression, was confidence. Do you personally feel like you guys delivered on all fronts?
Yeah, it was a series that we just stuck to the plan and executed it to perfection. I felt really good myself. I felt the other boys also played their part individually, and then we executed the plan as a team together. It was almost perfection, which means we've got to live up to that in the next round as well. So we can't just rest on our laurels. We've got to take it forward.
Well, for you personally, you were the first one to score goals across, I think, 2 or 3 of those matches that we saw there as well. Was that part of the game plan for you to be the force of nature, as it were, in this matchup?
I'm certainly a force of nature, but usually not in front of goal. It's usually Cedric or G-Wood that are bagging the goals when it counts. However, the way we're set up is it doesn't matter who has the chance to score. It could be any one of us. The way we play, we create spaces for anyone to score. And it just so happened that it was me that was in the prime position to put it in the back of the net, and thankfully I did.
Half, but not for too much longer. Sentinels have broken free, although only momentarily. Now into the retreat, Cedric and Asher, not for the first.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the RAF Storm Shadows channel. It has been quite a while. A lot has happened since the last time we were live on this wonderful channel for this wonderful community. Of course, it's got to be said, we are now inter-service champions for the 3rd time, if you include the double win this year, and indeed the 3 versus 3 last year. I am joined by my wonderful partner in crime, Cedric, who of course is my co-lead for RAF Rocket League, as well as a 2-time inter-service champion, as you can see there. Cedric, good evening to you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, thanks, Star. Obviously, just I'll show it again to those watching. Yeah, let's look at this. Look at this. It's ours again. Anyway, that can go away. We're not here for that. We're not here for that. We're here to see, I must say, a new look dev team versus the same old RAF Hurricanes. So I'm gonna say it now. I think this could be closer than what we're expecting.
Yeah, and for those who aren't aware, the dev team is a new roster. Well, that isn't officially yet a roster, but have been working, Cedric, I must say, exceptionally hard in the background, scrimming loads, practicing loads, maybe even having a bit of coaching from some RAF Shadows players to up their game as a team, up the game as a trio, as they search for rostership, shall we say, within the RAF community. They're hoping to be roster number 5 as it stands. Time will tell, of course, and tonight is a good checkpoint for us to see how they are. From a management perspective, I think, Cedric, it's fair to say that they've been brilliant. They've got on with their work in their own right. They've scrimmed hard, and they're showing the right attitude. And it's tonight we get to see how that pays off on the pitch.
I hope it does pay off for them. Honestly, it would be nice to see them take a few games. I don't think they'll take the series as much as I'd love to see it. I think, yeah, I'm hoping we see them take a few games off of the Hurricanes and maybe surprise a few members of the audience.
Over on the other side of the pitch, it is, of course, the RAF Hurricanes, missing their captain Cuddles tonight, who is away on night shift duty. But it is Alex, Dumpling. We do have as well Trippy Troppy, who's Jack, and of course JDS. So it is a really, really strong Hurricanes lineup, genuinely, that could challenge the teams above them. So the dev team have their work cut out for them tonight. It's going to be a real test. But this is what these moments are for. It's to test yourselves against current RAF rosters. I have given them the signal, Cedric. My prediction is going to be in this best of 7. I think we're going to see a 4-2.
4-2. I think that's a pretty good prediction because I think I would agree with you. To be honest, I've only seen a little bit of this dev team. Spencer being the main one, who has had a name change to LC Spen. There you go. Big up LC Spen. I think he's around the C2 mark. I haven't been really following his progress in ranked, but I have had the chance to play with Jamie Hayes a little bit, and he was decent. He was a pretty good player. Could definitely challenge for a Hurricane spot in his own right. So I think it's a good time for him to showcase what he has to offer.
We are underway then. It is tonight's best of 7. It is an official show match, the first in a long time, and hopefully the start of the schedule resuming again will be this one, and then most likely as soon as Christmas is over, and we are all back from work, it'll be resuming again for the 2026 show match season, and God knows whatever else we got planned for you guys. 2026 is going to be amazing, and once again we thank you all for your participation in this year's action. It's been phenomenal from a competitive and non-competitive perspective, as these two teams look to end off the year with their best foot forward as much as possible, as JDS beats one. Gundowns left-hand side, 50s with Jamie Hayes. Youngie underneath the ball. Trippy Troppy centres in towards Dumpling. Flicked effort into the far post. What a save by Jamie.
And Jamie making his mark straight away in this first game. I think he's going to be the one to watch for this dev team roster. Spencer looks for a bang, gets it. Dumpling is up fast. And Dumpling's another player who's pretty new in the scene, but has definitely come in with a bang. And I think he's probably surprised a few people with the level that he is playing at.
Ooh, that was a bit of a deletion as LC Spain goes for a pre-flip. That was a really nicely crafted pre-flip attempt. Connected perfectly with the ball, but was shut down. There's the shot by Jamie. It's going to cause issues for Jack. And Jack, who also goes by Trippy Troppy, gets there in the end. But at the moment, the pressure is all coming from the RAF development team. It's a phenomenal start from them.
I said it's going to be a close game. It will be a close game. I imagine from game 1 all the way through to whatever game we end on. And, you know, we might see a cheeky game 7. I might have to change my prediction after seeing this first, half of the game.
It's been a really surprising and quick start. I mean, they've been working hard, to be fair. That's a lovely touch by Youngie. Intercepted though by Jack, and it is a phenomenal effort, and what a save by LC Spen! Claws it out the top right-hand side of his own net. That looked destined for the net, and on the other side of the pitch is a counter-attack, and Dumplin there to save. This is going to be a cracking best of 7.
Surely the dev team can't keep getting away with the... I'm lost for words, honestly. They keep getting away with these attacks, and somehow just pulling out a save. And they've almost scored from it, to be fair to them. But we've got the dev team now taking on some pressure from the Hurricanes, and it will end in a JDS goal to give Hurricanes the lead.
A stubborn 3 minutes and 10 seconds from the RAF development team. Eventually, they are broken down by the RAF Hurricanes, and it took a great effort by JDS, opened up by his teammates, to get the lead. But I must say, this will offer the dev team some encouragement here, as Spen goes up off the ceiling and down. Trippy can't quite connect with the ball. Jamie Hayes loops it high. Maybe a chance here. JDS with a really nice read. Needed to get there. Did get there. And temporarily relieves the pressure for against the RAF Dev team. You can see Youngie and Jamie Hayes have a bit of chemistry there. They're looking for each other. They're taking soft touches. And in all actuality, Cedric, the maturity of the development performance right now is really, really up there.
It is. They've come out. They've come out fighting. They've come out strong, and hopefully this is only the start of the dev team's level. And it's exactly why we made them a dev team in the first place, because we saw that potential. We wanted to elevate their levels, get them into that competitive players. Spen trying to start a playoff of his own, only finds the crossbar, but it does come out to Youngie. He's trying to keep that pressure, but the dev team have just stepped back a little bit, relieving Hurricanes of that pressure. But Jamie Hayes shot just wide, and the following shot also just wide. But still, the dev team looking very, very threatening.
At the moment, the more likely of the two teams to score as we encroach into the final 30 seconds. It's Spen with a shot on goal. Dumplin must get there, and does. Flicks it away to his left, and the development pressure never paid off, unfortunately for them. And there's Dumplin into Trippy, and a superb effort to bury the dev team with 15 seconds to go, who have been brilliant, but they have been beaten by something even better. Good team play, good infield pass, and a deadly finish.
And Hurricanes extending the lead even more. And I'm sorry, but I gotta say it. I think the dev team have looked like they should be ahead, really. I think their lack of clinicality in front of net has maybe been a letdown for them this game. But lots of positive signs. The fact that they have held most of the pressure in this game is, it's amazing for them, and it shows the levels that they've come from the last time we saw them.
I mean, what an excellent first game out for the dev team. I think this is their first time on stream as this trio. I think they've only been on stream one other time, but that was a long time ago, literally on their first time out, right? And it's a totally different ball game now. They know that there's somewhat eyes on them from the rest of the RAF rosters. They know there's somewhat pressure on them to perform. And to be honest, Cedric, I don't disagree with you. I think 2-0 somewhat flatters the Hurricanes, who, in the grand scheme of things, got the job done. 2 great goals from Trippy and JDS, and Dumplin being the anchor. It's working for them. They got the job done with a clean sheet, so it's a shutout for them. But there was a large development team threat, and if they can continue that on, this is a formula that could work really, really well for them.
I think as soon as the dev team start finding the back of the net, I think it's going to be a whole different series. As a pause, maybe, for needed here, as there's some issues. But yeah, like I was saying, the dev team, as soon as they start finding that net, this series could be flipped on its head. And yeah, we could see the dev team start taking some games.
Yeah, I defo agree. I mean, had a couple of those goals gone in, it would have changed the complexion of things, absolutely. And I'm just trying to change this so that we can all get there we go, because that would have been a bit weird. But they got a bit unlucky with some of those goals hitting the crossbar and post, and in the end, it was just, as you said, a lack of criticality that came and bit them in the back. And hopefully if they can get a couple of goals to start things off here, it will change the complexity of the series. But for the Hurricanes, job done, and they'll be happy with what they've come away with, a shutout in that first game. But this best of 7 could easily just erupt into life.
100%, and I've seen some mechanics coming out of LC Spent. They definitely have an aerial threat in this game as well. As here he is now, trying to beat Trippy Troppy, but she can't quite get the better of him in that occasion. So now we're seeing some pressure from the Hurricanes. Maybe they feel a bit more comfortable now they've opened up the series with the win. It's going to be Spent. Taking it slow, soft touch. That's, again, good signs, but the dev team look a little bit open at the back. This could cause them a little bit of trouble. Infield pass to JDS. And a lovely save from our man Youngie.
But it was Hayes.
Oh my
Then we're going to
goodness.
back on his spell on the counter-attack. And his teammate was Demo, knew he had to dive for the ball. And he follows up on Youngie's touch. Spen opens the scoring for the dev team, gets their first goal of the evening, gets their first goal as a roster with this trio playing. And the development team wondered up, and Cedric, we said at the start of this game that they needed to take their chances and they would open up the series. Well, time will tell. They put that to the test now. They've got the opening goal. There's Jamie Hayes. Is there a follow-up? And JDS knocks it away.
I think I stopped talking at maybe the worst possible time in that play. He's gonna stop talking. He makes a play and he scores. But hey, this is Rocket League.
It is indeed. And the development team, you can see, searching for the second. Oh, there's this unfortunate whiff. That was a dangerous opportunity. They're creating the chances. They're crafting the chances. And that's a phenomenal shot by Dumplin. Again, Jamie Hayes, backboard defense, smart play, alert to it. This is a team playing far beyond their maturity level as a team, as a unit. When you also include their ranks, like, this is a beautiful performance from them so far. That could have easily been 2.
It could, and there it is, the lack of clinicality showing from the dev team. 2 pretty clear-cut chances, both missed, but they still have the pressure. The Hurricanes are low on boost. All they need to do, I think, is find one just on target.
Interesting times here as this series begins to warm up. Youngie, ooh, that was a bit of a ghost touch on my screen. Jamie Hayes with a cracking shot, and it took a combination of Dumplin and JDS to get that one away. Dumplin follows up as well. And what a rocket that was. Straight into the top right. But it was met. And the counter-attack, Trippy Troppy can't find the shot. Youngie with the clearance, only as far as JDS, who controls and fakes one. Can he buy his team some time to recover? No, he can't. It's over Dumpling. It's not over Trippy Troppy. And then they've got to claw this away. And the pump. The Hurricanes player bumped into the ball. And it does buy them time to get out of play. And Dumpling leads the charge.
And the Hurricanes looking a bit ropey. As I say that, they come and score, so prove me wrong. I'll take that all day. But Dumpling with the infield pass to Trippy Troppy, who's up just a little bit quicker than Jamie Hayes. But I must say, it could be 3 or 4-1 to the dev team right now. They just need to finish off those chances.
It reminds him of the old school Shadows watching the dev team, or Noir, or the Black team as we had them back in the first days of the RAF Storm Shadows community. Yes, actually in many ways it does, Steve. And of course under your eye, under your coaching tips, I've been seeing as Youngie loops that one dangerously onto the net, off the crossbar and away. This is a team that absolutely resembles the Shadows Noir Black team heyday. Like, it's, I see it, Cedric, and I think you might see it too, going back all those years ago, as Spen lines up a 1v1 with Dumpling over the top of one, and JDS clears.
It's showing no matter what rank you are, if you guys play as a team, as a unit, you might get some surprise results. Because there is a little bit of rank disparity in this lobby with, I think JDS is C3 borderline at GC. You have Dumpling who's another C3, and Trippy Troppy who I think is again C2 borderline C3. Whereas this dev team probably average rank around C1. So it does show if you guys learn to play together, play as one, play as a unit, you might get them results.
Couldn't agree more, and they are showing that exactly right now as Spen go for another plea, looking for a pitch off the ground as well. It's going to loop dangerously into the penalty area, but it's away by Dumpling down the right hand side. Jamie Hayes rises for it, gets there as well, and almost second touch. He's setting himself up That's a soft touch. I can't even do that. And I've got 6,000 hours in the game. JDS will cut across the play here. Left-hand side. Jamie clears again and he will chase the ball. Can he get him? No, he can't. Dumpling is there. 30 seconds on the clock. Nothing in it at the moment. There's one of the only double bits we've seen all night from this development side. They've been really communicative. They've been full chemistry as Chupachoppy launches up off the ceiling. Jamie has to get there and does. And this one is destined for overtime, I think, Cedric.
It seems that way. I think what we need to see from this dev team is just a tad more aggression in offense, because they've been lacking that extra man here and there, which is stopping them from scoring goals, really. But then the thing is, there's a dangerous chance of them overcommitting, which is not what we want to see. So it's a fine line. I think we do need to see a little bit more aggression from this dev team.
Dublin onto the backboard. Phenomenal save. Troppy. Silent. Jamie Hayes loops it home. Will it find the net? No, it's JDS saving. It will come across again to JDS. Jamie Hayes looks for the cut. Can't quite get there. Lines up on the car of JDS. He cuts back across in a good first man play. And it's just as well, because that was lining up to be very dangerous. JDS is a very good player from that kind of range. But thankfully, Vimy was closed down.
Yeah, and Jamie Hayes, them cuts were very, very helpful for his team there. Giving them time, and it seemed like it was communicated well as well, which is surprising for a team at this level. Communication is usually what these lower teams struggle on most, but the fact they're talking to each other, well, at this level already, I think it's signs to look out for the future.
Youngie with a beautiful fake. Spen as well just charges the play down. And there is a moment to reflect for the Hurricanes as they look to come out of defence again. There's a slight double commit, caught underneath the same ball. Bit of uncertainty now for the development team, maybe a bit of nerves coming in. Dumpling will turn on the ball, full boost here. Has the pitch to play with, looks in field. We know Hurricanes player there though, who are playing almost in their shell, as maybe they look a little bit anxious now, a little bit nervous with this development team threat that has been building since the first second. They've been brilliant, and genuinely, whatever way this game goes, Cedric, I don't think there could be any arguments whether it's Hurricanes or development team. It's been pretty even. As a wonderful fake by Spen, almost ends up in a shooting opportunity.
And he's seeing these opportunities arise right in front of his eyes. And I think LC Spen showing his rank compared to his teammates. I know he's slightly higher. I think he is around that C2 mark, but he does get deleted off the pitch. And his rank does not matter if you are not on the pitch. And JDS cleans up with a lovely read off the ceiling. And that's Hurricanes 2, Dev Team 0.
There is the experience coming through from the RAF Hurricanes. They took time. Excuse me, my voice just nearly died. I'm so excited, you can see. They took their time. They found the demos. And they eventually got the chance to score. And they took care of it. From close range as well. They're not going to miss. They're not going to miss with this kind of, because you can't really afford to give them that kind of space and an opening. They did just that, unfortunately, for them. And the development team punished, essentially, for not taking their chances, Cedric.
Yeah, and we saw it. I think the first half of that game was all the development team. Every single opportunity just didn't quite make it into the back of the net. A few whiffs on the goal line. Few follow-ups lacking, and yeah, maybe it's a lesson learned, hopefully, from the dev team, that they need to push up a little bit more, be more aggressive. Sometimes they just need to make sure they can hit the ball, because I think just even any tap, any connection on some of those balls would have ended up in a development team win there.
Yeah, and I don't think that's an unfair comment to make, by the way, which is a pretty mad thing to state, given that this is literally their first proper game on stream. Like, this has been an excellent development team performance, and one I think they'll be very, very happy with as it stands. But the fact that they're taking a timeout as well shows you that they understand the implications of taking your time and using what's available to you to try and change the scenario that you're in. Timeouts happen in competitive play for a reason. We saw it at the inter-services. Every team had the option of a tactical timeout, and most teams took them. I mean, Cedric, you can tell us firsthand, what were you saying to your team in that game 2 Or game 1, or game 2 was it? Or 3, I can't remember.
It was after game 2, we took a timeout in the finals, and it was just to basically calm down our comms, relax, take a breather. We got a bit ahead of ourselves in that game, so it's just to bring ourselves back down to a level we can perform again. So who knows what they're going to be talking about? Maybe we'll see a little roster substitution coming into this game number 3. Maybe we'll see a Charlie Sierra appearance. If he was to come on the pitch, I think maybe a Youngie replacement could work. I see them as very similar players. So I think that could be a 1-for-1 swap, as Youngie is first to join the pitch, so I would be wrong. So it'll be Youngie, Spen, and are we going to see a change? We're not. It's going to be the same roster, so maybe we're having a little Coach Connor moment as the kickoffs are uneven. Are they? No, we're not. No, we're not.
Interesting, Cedric. Very, very interesting. I would love to be a fly on the wall. In fact, we might even get a couple of players in for interview if we can from this dev team after the game, win or lose, just to see what their mentality is like. It's Alex on the pitch for the Hurricanes. They're making their first sub of the game, and it is Trippy Troppy off the pitch as Dumpling gets faked. Jamie H looking to beat that second man, couldn't quite do it. LC Spen with a rare whiff, I think it's fair to say, for him.
Yeah, he's been very mechanically solid this game. As Jamie Hayes is going to get a shot, and it's a lovely save by Alex, who does pre-jump and reads it perfectly. But yeah, it's what were we going to say? Oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah, so yeah, Spen's been very mechanically solid. So yeah, it's a rare whiff from him. However, the Hurricanes now settling, but they've already come out the blocks a little bit more aggressive, this development team, so maybe they've been listening to the stream.
Timeout also was, that's a dangerous opportunity for Dumpling at the near post, and you saw there was a momentary hesitation here from the second man. I think it was Jamie Hayes who's caught in a really awkward spot between reversing and turning around whilst driving forward. It's a horrible position to be in when the ball ricochets like that, and he couldn't recover the car in time. Unfortunate for him, but Dumpling's eyes lit up there as he took to the sky and placed it in at the near post, as Jamie goes for an aerial dribble into a fake, into a bump, actually commits 3 Hurricanes players in that one play, and was unlucky not to come out with a goal again. There seems to be a few danger men that this development team has at their disposal, who are quite mechanical, quite fiery, can create you moments, but you've got to put those moments away. And I believe, Cedric, right now, that is the only difference between these two sides, is the Hurricanes are clinical with their chances.
Yeah, see, I think honestly, in this series, that has been the only thing separating these two sides. Is one is finishing their chances, and the other one is not. However, there's still at least minimum 2 games to go, so we could see that change. And something that the dev team do really well is they take their time. They take their time super well. They don't rush. They don't rush to take a shot. They don't rush to make a play. They take their time. They take their soft touches. They play 50s well. And hopefully we keep seeing that from this dev team, because it's working well for them clearly, as it's very close games. As that's a lovely pop from Spen, and it will make it into the net. Lovely little doink touch from Spen, courtesy of a pass from Jamie Hayes, and maybe that's the dev team showing us what they've got to offer. 1-1.
It looked calmed as well, like it was a well-crafted move, and it wasn't the first time that we've seen them make plays just like that. This time, however, there was a lethal touch, there was a deadly finish at the end of it, and the development team are on the board and level now for the first time in the series after falling down a goal. And it's now the next goal, I think, that's going to be very important between these two sides, because if the dev team can get it, that's a total sort of reinvigoration for them, right? If they can get the confidence that the second goal would provide, as Spen goes up, commits 2 players. There's a third from Dumpling, does get the clearance, as Hayes combining with Youngie. Again, excellent play between the 3 players there. But it's Alex who has a good read on the position of the ball there, and he will fake it. Actually for JDS, and the resultant shot saved by Spen.
I think Alex is very much a dark horse of this RAF Storm Challenge community.
I think he is, you know.
Super solid player, I think underrated player. It'll be interesting to see how he fares with this trio against this team who are playing exceptional for their level.
Alex is a dark horse of the community. Yeah, do you know what? He's had a few series now where he's had a few peak moments, and he pops up here and there with the odd goal, the odd disgusting shot into the top corner, and clutch defensive play. Reminds me a lot of Cuddles as a player as well, by the way. I think that's fair to say. It's a similar play style. I like them. I like how they play. It's not very orthodox, but that's the idea. Like the more predictable you are, the easier it is to defend against you. And I think you can't really know what Alex and Cuddles are going to do on the ball, and that's to their benefit, not detriment. As Jamie Hayes will loop that high towards JDS and Alex. Bit of a double commit. Dumpling will go as last man as well. Lovely soft touch, gets it on his bonnet and dribbles up the pitch, commits 2, and Youngie has to get there and does. Combines with Jamie. No, Jamie leaves it. JDS in field. Jamie Hayes comes across. Only as far as Dumpling, who will loop it straight back where it came from, and just a little bit of awkward play here as Spen knocks it down, and it's going for a fake and away by Youngie now, who will charge down the right hand side.
Back onto the topic of Dark Horse then. Actually, coming to think of it, this whole Hurricanes roster, I think, is full of Dark Horses individually. I think JDS is someone who is criminally underrated in the scene. Probably the best player on paper on this roster. Someone that I do like a lot in terms of his threes play style. As there is an opening now for this dev team, which is quickly shut down by JDS. Oh my, no way.
Oh no, it's crept in at the near post. Somehow, some way. It was Alex knocking it onto the right hand side of the net. Jamie Hayes trying to close down the angle, and Dumpling finding his goal of the series. He has been putting away goals left, right and centre. And the Dark Horses, as you put it, and do you know what, I agree, because a lot of these players individually are exceptional. They do it again. It's 3 goals to the good. It's 4 series points. And you have to feel, as elated as you are for the Hurricanes, as sad as you are for the development team, because they've been excellent and will probably feel a little bit hard done by here with not having a game on the board. But that is the nature of the beast, and fortunately for them, it's a best of 7. It's not quite over yet. It is a marathon that they now have no more heats or no more chances to lose in. It must be a reverse sweep, which, as we all know, Cedric, is a difficult place to be.
It is a difficult place to be. I have done reverse sweeping, and I have been on the opposite end of a reverse sweep. And the thing is, as soon as you start getting your momentum up, you feel pretty unstoppable until that almighty game 7. So if the development team can get a game on the board, pick up the momentum, then there's a chance that they can bring this back and take it to game 7. But I think it might be too far gone now for this development side. If we do see a swap, as I thought might happen, Charlie Sierra has taken over Youngie's spot as 3rd on this team, and my only worry is it too little too late for the dev team?
We'll find out. JDS is too good for the level, says Darwizzy9. And do you know what? JDS is a phenomenal player, but he does take a back seat now on the bench for this game in the series, as it's Alex, Dumpling and Trippy Troppy, also known as Jack, step onto the field. Jamie Hayes with a delightful little flick, but no luck that time, as Charlie Sierra beaten there, but will recover the car, leave it to Spen. Spen who flicks for Jamie, and you can see them combining, and combining again, back into Spen. There's the shot, and another save from Dumpling. But you have to say, the combination play from the development team is wonderful.
And you can clearly see there's a play style they've been working on, and they're linking up well, this dev team. It's impressive. And maybe with this this change of Charlie Sierra added into this roster, he gets the shot and it hits the crossbar, almost making an instant impact to this dev team. But maybe we'll see a little bit more aggression now out of this side. Jamie Hayes, it's a shot on net. Charlie back up to Jamie Hayes. Jamie Hayes stuck on the back wall. A double commit. Maybe Charlie stole the opportunity away from LC Spen. However, they still have the pressure. Alex off the backboard. It's only going to find Charlie Sierra of the dev team. The shot doesn't carry enough sting to trouble the RAF Hurricanes.
Again, the pressure coming all from the dev team in the opening moments of this game. This game 4, of course, they're facing 3 series points at the moment. Alex, though, tries to sneak through. Bit of a double commit or bumping each other between Alex and Jack, but Connor closes down well into Spen. Spen knocks it high for Jamie, and there is a clear chemistry line between those two players. They have been combining all evening long. Jamie loops it high. It's going to cause issues again, and Alex was there. Charlie with the following shot as well, and Alex saves again. It is defense versus attack right now, and both forces are equal.
And Charlie Sierra is another player I think has improved so much over this last year. I can't remember if was he a nominee for most improved? If he wasn't, I think maybe that's been overlooked. But a player who has definitely surprised me with his improvement, and his defo I think made an impact. Oh my goodness, I thought that was about to be something crazy from the Hurricanes. But he's definitely made a positive impact to this roster. And obviously he's one that's been there from the start. He's on the ball now, leaves it for Spen. Needs to go and find some boost though. Jamie moves into second. Gets a shot on net. Good save again from Alex. Dumpling shut down quick by Charlie Sierra. Spen with the cut. Needs to get another one on this, he does. Taking his time now. 30 boost in the tank. Opts for a flick over one. Alex is awkward. Double crit from Hurricanes. This could be open now. Spen to the middle, but Dumpling comes across to cover.
He couldn't quite break free. He couldn't quite break free of the defender there. Spen just loops it back. Jamie will try and skim. Looking for his teammate again. Collects the boost. Awkward moments here as that one ricochets off the post again. Alex will clear in towards Connor. Takes a nice soft touch away to his left-hand side. Beats one. Looks for the 50 again, and it's a good 50 to his teammate. Alex looks to cut. It was a good cut. Forced Spen into a clearance. Only as far as Connor, though. Connor back in field. It's a good demo. This frees up the chance for a 1 versus 1. The shot into and just over the top right-hand side corner. And more development team pressure inside the final minute now of Game 4. Will it be the chance of a reverse sweep continuing? Or will it be a clean sweep here for the RAF Hurricanes? It's awkward. It's another phenomenal save. Dumpling, though, just puts it back into the danger zone. They can't quite clear it. It's Alex with more pressure into Triple Troppy. They can't clear their lines. As Jamie Hayes looks for the low 50, and that is how you clear on low boost. Low 50 away from your net.
And the pressure we've seen from this dev side deserves a goal. Just needs to get it on target, as they will get their goal with LC Spen finishing it off. And still, here's a fun stat for you. 9 shots to 1 this game for the RAF Dev team.
Wow.
I think they have had such a dominant game. They have earned that goal. Maybe it should have come sooner. They're very lucky to get away with the pressure from RAF Hurricanes, but maybe this is the start of something maybe nobody was expecting this series. Hopefully, I'm praying on it.
It can't be a reverse sweep, can it? It can't be, surely, when the Hurricanes have 4 series points. Jamie Hayes is, I can't say that word on stream, says Hogman 015 or 0151. As that one was destined for the back of the net. But the save by the bell, I guess, were the RAF Hurricanes there. And it's a slender 1-goal lead that gives the dev team their first game on the board. And the impact of Connor, really good. And it's weird to say because all 4 players for the development team that have been on the pitch, including Youngie, have been excellent. But it took the time, it took the extra few seconds or minutes of gameplay for them to really click in attack. They found their chance, they found their goal. And for the Hurricanes now, it's about how you stem the momentum that the development team are building.
Yeah, and I think Connor maybe brought that aggression that they were missing. I think he's defo shown his worth in this dev team. And yeah, they're going to go with the same roster again. I'm not surprised because they just got their first win of the series. And yeah, I think it's same old for the development team. We'll see if they can pull off another win in this best of 7 series.
Jamie Hayes will challenge Jack here. Spen comes across, infield as well. It will fall only as far as Charlie Sierra, who puts one onto net. Alex with another save, and he will follow his touch up as well. Jack demoed by Spen, it's good pressure. JDS now back on the pitch. And it is Dumpling taking a back seat for the RAF Hurricanes in this particular game. Jamie Hayes, challenged by Alex, and now he will continue the charge forward. Loves a 50, does Alex. He's a solid player. Spen rises high. Alex and Jack really close together. Jack flips away. Charlie Sierra loops it towards the net. Can Jack get there? He can. But now they're in an awkward spot, and Alex pinches away off his own crossbar. Smart defending.
I'll be interested to see how this RAF Dev team handles the Hurricanes with JDS, and straight away it's been a goal within a minute. I'm not sure what quite happened there on the side of the Dev team, but they were just a wide open. Charlie demoed, spawned, and I think wasn't expecting a shot straight away, but not the worst start from the Dev team. 2 shots apiece, but the goal from the Hurricanes comes first.
Almost an instant response as well. They're going hunting straight off the bat for the equaliser. Almost came, if not for a phenomenal save by the Hurricanes defender. Jamie Hayes again combining with Spen. Spen back in towards Jamie. Jamie with a shot! And what an insane goal from the RAF development team. Are they the Dev team or are they the Storm Shadows? You tell me. What a link-up play.
And there it is. There it is. Clearly they've been working on something, and whatever it is, it's clearly working as they equalise in game number... Is it game number 5? It is game number 5. Yeah, game number 5. Are they going to take the lead though? Spen. Not quite. JDS in net. Saves that one away. Charlie Sierra though, keeping the pressure. Looks for a midfield pass. Double commit. Out of the Hurricanes. This could be dangerous now. Heavy touch from Spen. Finds Jamie Hayes. Who's going to go for a ceiling shot? Gets one. Is there a follow-up from the Dev team? Charlie Sierra shying away from that one. Now it's back with the Hurricanes. Lovely. A bump there from Jamie Hayes. And again, the Dev team. Some really, really good plays that I really wasn't expecting to see today.
They're quick on transition, by the way. They attack as one. They go up the pitch as one. And it's a really smart way to attack when... Yes, it's a bit of a risk when you're playing that close together, but if you do it well enough, you're gonna keep the pressure on. They just got to be careful. They got to strike the balance, just like now where they can't overcommit and overstretch. Again, that's LC Spen fighting Jamie Hayes back into LC Spen, and these two as a duo are incredible, and they're being backed up phenomenally well by Charlie Sierra. And there's another effort on goal, and it took a wonderful save from JDS to keep that one out again. It's more Dev team pressure. Up goes Alex, and what a read off his own backboard as Connor again searches for Jamie. Alex there first. Limited boost, can't go for the follow-up, as Connor will just tap it down to his left. And this match of chess continues.
Fun facts though, since the Hurricanes' first goal in this game number 5, they haven't had another shot, except that one. But... of course they shoot as I say that, but that's their first shot since their goal and since the Dev team put their first away. Maintaining the pressure very well. I think it's very good game management from the Dev team. They just need to find one more goal to take the lead of this game.
Trippy Tropic drops its infield away by Jamie. JDS comes across. I met JDS, by the way, a very tall individual in real life. Lovely person and an excellent Rocket League player. Will be loving being in the thick of it right now as Spen has to climb high and fast and does get there. Remarkable save under his own crossbar, under immense pressure. No more chances, of course, for the Dev team if they are to lose this game. It is still series point. There's the flick by Jamie off of Charlie's pass. Charlie will climb for it as well. Looks to be JDS who just waits and waits, and smart defending by JDS, experienced defending, letting his teammates cut for him. Good 50 as well. Only as far as Spen with a shot on net, and Triple Choppy launches it high. JDS goes for it, forces Jamie into action, who not surprisingly gets there again to clear their lines.
Spen now last back, gets the beat on one. Can he get a follow-in touch? No, he can't, but Charlie is there. Taps one to the side for Jamie Hayes to follow. It's going to be a little bit open now for the RAF Hurricanes, and they can't find finishing shot. Charlie now, last bite, hits the post though. Gets away with one there. Spen collects full boost. Seeing a lot of pressure now from this RAF Hurricane side. JDS with the shot again. Spen with a lovely save. Saving the dev team from going 2-1 down with very little time left on the clock. 10 seconds to play. Are we going to see a last-ditch attempt from the RAF Dev team? Spen flicks. Charlie will collect. Looks for one in mid. Jamie Hayes. Might finish off still. It's up to you.
Here we go then. It's Connor and Tribby doing battle at kickoff. JDS will advance forward with the flip. Jamie looking a little bit awkward. Spen went through it as well, but the defending was good. Connor now 1-1 with Tribby. Kind of beats him away. Good screening by Jack, and Spen will centre. Awkward here for JDS. Charlie Sierra flying in. Jamie on the near post. Can he find the shot? He can. It's awkward. Almost into the back of the net. It took a phenomenal save to claw that one away from underneath their own crossbar. And Jamie Hayes again combining with Spen, trying to keep the pressure on. These two are like Lionel Messi and Iniesta in their prime, constantly finding space on the pitch, constantly finding each other, as the Hurricanes looking to fight off this dev team pressure.
I don't know how we haven't seen a goal from, oh my goodness, from this dev team side. There was the spell of pressure there where there definitely should have been a goal. And it's just one whiff. One whiff is all it takes. One whiff is... Oh, yeah, I'm not going to do that. That's really bad banter. Right. Anyway, it is now we're gonna see some pressure from the Hurricanes. Jamie Hayes bangs it out. Is he looking for LC Spen? The prime time duo. LC Spen on the ball. Playing it slow, very smart. Looks for a flick mid. Is anyone there? No, just JDS to clear it out, and it's going to be JDS versus Charlie Sierra. Charlie Sierra gets the better of JDS this time. Gets one more. Can he get one out? Gets a pass out. Can Jamie Hayes beat JDS? No, he can't. That's a handful to say. LC Spen now taking his time, taking it to space. Trippy up high. Can Alex finish this off? Gets to the battle, but lovely pinch from LC Spen. Now we know how good they are on the transition. Pinch mid from Jamie Hayes. Maybe a little bit too powerful on that occasion. He's going to linger though. Charlie tries to get one in, and has that not been a goal yet again from the dev team. Lovely build-up play. Lovely attempt at the finish, and so unlucky to not find the back of the net.
Got to credit the defence of the RAF Hurricanes. They are keeping this resolute, stubborn dev team away and out of their own net some way, somehow, with almost zero boost at times. It's phenomenal pressure, but also phenomenal defending from the RAF Hurricanes. It's got to be said, as the pressure continues to come. It's LC Spen, chooses to think better of it to dive in. Good 50 though. Spen again will chase. Looks infield off the back wall. Alex is there. Looks for JDS. Great pass. Jack takes over the play. I think there's a bit of bumping going on. It's a dangerous opportunity. Jack with a shot, and it's just wide of the mark as we almost enter minute number 3 of overtime. What a series this has turned out to be. What a performance from both of these two sides, putting on a show for you all at home.
Charlie Sierra now looking for the dagger. Doesn't quite get it, but Spen stays up. Unfortunate not to get a touch on that occasion. Alex now carrying this forward for the RAF Hurricanes. Looks for a pass mid. JDS will be up, and he will put a nail in the coffin for the RAF Hurricanes. And it will be 4-1. And I feel, you know, condolences to the development team. They played so well, and I don't think they deserved to lose in that fashion. I don't think it was a 4-1 series. I've got to say it. The majority of the pressure since Charlie Sierra came on the pitch was with the dev team. You can see that just with the shots alone. We've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 shots from the dev team that game, and I think 6 from the Hurricanes, so double the shots. Just couldn't find the finishing blow. But hey ho, good effort.
I mean, for sure, the dev team can be very, very proud of that. But do you know what, as well, on the other side of the pitch, so can the Hurricanes. You know, like, they were under a lot of pressure against what is an unknown quantity in the RAF Storm Shadows community. You know, they haven't been seen before as a roster in this environment. So for them, they're playing against the unknown, which can be difficult at times. But they rode out the pressure, they took their chances, and they stung the dev team really hard in the end. And a reminder of why the Hurricanes are a competitive roster. But to be honest, Cedric, on tonight's evidence, I mean, they're there. They looked absolutely phenomenal, the dev team, and all 4 of their players, as indeed all 4 of the Hurricanes players can be proud of their performance. It was a fantastic show.
It was a fantastic show, and it's definitely a performance I think they can be proud of. They showed great pressure at times. Obviously, they may have lacked a little bit in front of the net, but you can't be perfect. I think they've shown how far they've come from when we first gave them the dev team role, and I think they might be ready to move out of that dev team role and into maybe an official roster spot.
Are they ready to make that step? Well, we'll hopefully be chatting to the, I want to say captain, because of the level of experience that he has been exposed to. But we are joined by Charlie Sierra, or we know him as Connor, in the commentary box. Firstly, good evening, and how are you tonight?
Good evening, lads. I'm very well, although I am a little bit gutted about that last game, I'll be honest.
I mean, I can see why. So at least in the commentary box and on the stream, we could see that this, firstly, was, by the way, blew our expectations, I think it's fair to say, Cedric, out the water. Like, that was a phenomenal development team performance. So we could see on the pitch you guys had a clear plan. Are you able to walk me through that plan a little bit?
So, sure. And obviously this is on behalf of very much Steve the Deal, who's been helping us. So since the first game that we played against the Hurricanes, I can't remember when it was now, it must have been a couple of months ago. We hadn't played a whole lot, but the games that we had managed to get together, the time that we had managed to get together, we had a couple of things to try and work on. A couple of those points from Steve, the GOAT, best coach ever, was, firstly, it was like, it's just real simple things. We felt from the first game, I think it was mostly 1-goal games as well, like today, really similar, really close games. So it's just little things to try and work on. And then obviously we had Jamie in today as well, who's another new player, so trying to figure out how we can best do that. So yeah, simple back post rotations, keeping the second man closer to the play to keep that press high, and basically just some simple comms, trying to make sure that our intent for what we want to do is actually communicated, which sometimes we're really good at, sometimes we absolutely suck at, and that's everyone, myself included. But I think towards the end there, we started to get back into that rhythm a little bit, and we saw that kind of that high press and that high aggression, some stealing of boost, some bumps, and some really nice passing play between Jamie and Spencer for that amazing goal that they scored as well. So yeah, just little things that we need to work on, but we're close.
Well, we saw that there was not just between Spen and Jamie, but although that was a really impressive chemistry building between them two, but we saw that between whatever combination of players was on the pitch for the development team. We saw that there was a clear plan, and what you described now makes complete sense to me, as I'm sure it will do to Cedric as well. That is a very well rehearsed and executed plan, and for your maturity level as a team is remarkable. Now, with this in mind, and again, full credit to the Hurricanes, who did well to take the pressure that you guys put on them and come out with a win. Where does it set your sights now as a team going forward?
I suppose the simple answer for us is setting up a formal roster. I suppose I feel like all 4 of us, we've definitely got the ability. We just need to start playing more together. So the other teams, obviously, like the Hurricanes, have been together for a little while. You look at the rest of the rosters that have all been around, and they've played together for some of them years. We've literally played. I mean, this is our second competitive match as a roster, if you will. Obviously, not a formal roster, but as a squad. It's only our second team, and it's the first time to have all 4 of us as well. So, I guess we can only improve from here, right? We are starting from the bare foundations with Steve's help. So, onwards and upwards for sure.
And I think it's fair to say it's a hell of a foundation that you guys are working from. So once again, Connor, from myself and Cedric, massive congratulations. Yes, you lost the series, but you gained a lot of fans tonight, I would imagine, because that was a phenomenal performance. And yes, we'll definitely chat after this stream is over regarding rosters, because we are blown out of the water, to be fair. Now, we'll leave it there for tonight then, guys. We'll wrap up here. Connor, thank you so much for joining us in the commentary box. Well done on an incredible performance. But from myself and Cedric, it has been a pleasure to host the Hurricanes against the Dev team. The Hurricanes coming out 4-1 winners in the end, slightly flattering them potentially after a phenomenal development team showing. And we'll see what happens next. We'll see you all soon. Take care and peace.